Broadcasting live from the Regis Business Center and office suites at Satellite Place in Duluth, it's time for Gwinnett Business Radio. Gwinnett Business Radio spotlights and highlights companies in Gwinnett County and the people who lead them.
And hello again, everybody, and welcome to Gwinnett Business Radio. I'm your host, Mike Salmond. Stephen Julian is AWOL, so joining us today is Brandon Keever. Good morning, Brandon.
Good morning, Mike. New and improved co-host.
Absolutely. Looking good and feeling good?
Yeah. Hair short. It's not touching my ears, so I feel fantastic. And, you know, I've got a little bit more hair than Steven, so I think I'm better looking than he is.
I'll let you guys figure that one out. But we have a packed room today, a packed studio. A lot of great guests here. Trey is working alongside us as well. He's going to be doing the social media during the show, and we're going to have him on the air one of these days.
We might let him do that.
Maybe sooner rather than later.
If he keeps his phone off.
Yes, that's an inside joke there. We won't go into that right now. But joining us in the studio, like I said, several folks from Magnolia Golf Group. We have Rich Lockhart and Jeff Ely. We have Zachary Bennett, the president CEO of Reformation Productions, and also Justin Williams. He's a partner with the law firm of Williams and Williams Law Firm, and Carl Odendahl from Pilgrim Mat Services also with us today here in the studio. We're going to start with Rich and Jeff with Magnolia Golf Group. Good morning, gentlemen. Good morning. Rich, Jeff, appreciate your time. Thanks so much for joining us this morning.
Thank you so much for having us,
guys. All right, as we continue here on Gwinnett Business Radio, joining us now on the other side of the table is Zachary Bennett. He's the president and CEO of Reformation Productions, and he's joined by one of his clients, I believe, Justin Williams. He's a partner with the law firm of Williams and Williams. And gentlemen, welcome to the show. Let's start with Justin. Tell us about your law firm, Williams and Williams, and then we'll ask Zachary about his company, and then I'll ask about the relationship you guys have.
Well, Williams and Williams is comprised of myself and my dad. So we're a father-son team, and we practice primarily personal injury and misdemeanors, criminal defense, for instance, driving under the influence and possession of marijuana and misdemeanors like that. And we just started that in 2014. I had been on my own with the law firm of Justin D. Williams from December of 2011 up until we started Williams and Williams Law Firm.
I just want to be clear that we have never met before. That's correct, right?
Yes.
Okay. I just want to make sure you didn't represent me. We didn't see each other in court because I've never had those issues, not yet. But if I do, I know who to run to.
Everybody heard that. Not yet.
Not yet. And hopefully never. But if it were to happen, he's the guy for me. Zachary, tell us about Reformation Productions.
All right. Well, we're a full-service marketing firm, and we help local and regional businesses to grow their business through marketing using the same process that Fortune 500 companies use, which is one of the reasons that I wanted to bring Justin here on the show with me. Is because we've just got done really building his foundation and going through a lot of the steps and the initial process of finding out who he is, developing his brand, figuring out who his target is, that sort of thing, and started to create some of his communication tools that he's going to use for marketing.
Well, I know your company helps specialize, in helping companies grow their business, taking them to that next level. Branding, marketing. Talk about that, and maybe even specifically how you've specifically helped Justin's business.
Okay. Well, when we met with Justin, he had a real desire to take his business to the next level and to grow. He had the passion that's necessary to do so. I tell people all the time that, we can give you the strategies, we can give you the tools. What we can't provide is the drive that's necessary as a business owner to really become successful. He had all that in a nutshell. He's a wonderful client, which is why I wanted him to be here with us. But when we started with him, we started off in, of course, the branding process, which is trying to figure out who he was as a company. We took him and his father, and because we were starting Williams to Williams, like you mentioned, and tried to determine what was going to make them different than the other law firms that are out there. So we went through that process together, determined who his clientele would be, what it was that they would like to see, and really started our relationship from there.
Justin, talk about working with Reformation Productions and your thoughts as you got started.
Well, it's quite a process. It's I believe, a 6-stage process. And first was identifying ourselves. Who are we? And that was a tough question. I struggled with it because you can't see the picture when you're inside the frame. So it's tough to identify yourself. But through a lot of brainstorming, we came up with characteristics of myself and then characteristics of my dad. And really what summed it up was passion, which would be me, and then wisdom, my dad, and then the results that we get as a law firm. It was a great experience because it opened my eyes into what it takes to, one, get a brand and to get out to the public.
So you discovered a lot just by working with Zachary. Were you surprised what you found out, or did you kind of know it was there and he helped you pull it out, or were there things that you didn't realize that Reformation Productions helped you find out?
Well, first, I didn't know what to expect. But Reformation Productions was very systematic and methodical in the way they created our campaign. And each step, we went through, and I saw where we were going. And with the finished product, I couldn't have been happier. The website looks fantastic. All the materials that they've provided looks great. The logo's awesome. And I just couldn't have been happier with the whole process.
Now, Justin, my question is, we're seeing the blossoming of a new brand, of a new law firm, Williams & Williams, and you're the younger half. You're the younger partner. How did your father relate to, and what was his experience like when you were discovering what that new brand is?
Well, my dad really is from the old school. So when law firms have a brand, that's new to him.
Right.
It's usually just a name or a couple names. So he just went along with it. I mean, his reaction was, okay, if this is the future, then let's go with where it leads.
Zachary, what's it like working with businesses that are either transitional or in this case, really a rebranding, because you had two different firms that were partnering and establishing a new company? What do you guys look for, and what's some of your strategies when you're approaching businesses in that position?
Well, we look at every business individually, of course, because depending on who you are from the business owner standpoint to begin with, your personality is going to be different than somebody else, even if they do the same thing. So we look at everybody individually as a business, try to figure out what the personality of that business is, which normally comes from the business owners. So we had to figure out, with combining both Justin and Dennis, they both brought different things to the table. So how did those complement each other? What did that mean for the firm as a whole? And then with the different areas of expertise that they brought, what were the strengths that they were bringing to their clients? How would they react to and go back and forth communicating with? What would establish that relationship in a way that would mutually benefit both the business and the clients? So we had to figure out who they were and then who the clients were with them being together, because it's a little different field, because his dad has years and years of experience. He's seen all kinds of different things. He really brings a lot to the table, whereas Justin he's on fire. He's got principles. He's got, he's really a joy to work with as well, but they bring different things to the table. So how do you communicate what makes them special to their clients was really the target that we focused on initially.
We're talking with Zachary Bennett. He's with Reformation Productions, and also Justin Williams with the Williams & Williams Law Firm. Justin mentioned the website. And guys, when you were looking at the website, what were your goals and aspirations with the website? What were you hoping to do with the web, and what was it bringing to the company?
Well, a website nowadays is really probably the most important marketing asset that a company has, because whenever anybody hears about you from word of mouth or a magazine or radio or any other aspect, the first thing that they're going to do is go to your website and see who you are. So it was really important that his website represent who the company was in a way that was going to be acceptable to their clientele, also their peers. So there was a certain level of professionalism that was necessary simply because of the industry that he's in. So we tried to make sure that it would communicate well across all of those avenues. We put in several best practices that there are nowadays because the technology is constantly changing. So there's certain things that you have to do when you make a website now that's different than you did 5 years ago. Which is why companies are constantly updating their website because the technology changes. So we wanted to make sure that he had something that was a good representative of who he is, would speak well to his targets, and also used the best technology that was available nowadays.
Zachary, while you were working with Justin and his dad, did you have some challenges? Because, I'm thinking, as Justin said, is that your dad's a little old school. And today with social media sites and SEO and things that he probably never heard of in his life, was that a little bit of a challenge where Justin was on board, but his dad, you kind of had to explain it a little bit? Or was the dad like, hey, you guys just take it and run with it?
I think that Dennis, Justin's father, trusts him wholeheartedly. And this whole thing, when it started, was Justin's baby, and I think he trusts him to really take the business, which includes them, includes both of them. So it is a family business, but the son is really leading it. So he trusts him to do what was necessary, and as long as we don't make him get on Twitter himself, I think he'll be doing well.
Well, Justin said that his dad had the wisdom, so obviously he does have wisdom because he said, "Listen, son, you go ahead and know what's best for our company."
Exactly. He was very hands off. He said, I do trust you, Justin, and social media is not his thing. Practicing law and serving clients, that's what he wanted to do. And touching on something Zach said, that was exactly it. Identifying who we were, I had no idea what was going to come of the whole process, but they nailed it. Reformation Productions nailed it with who I am and what I want to do, and that I'm passionate about serving clients. And my dad has decades of experience in all aspects of law. And so really that's what they identified as, okay, that's great that you're a father-son team, but what does that translate into for potential clients? And so that's where we came up with the Passion Wisdom results. It speaks to the clients and hopefully has them contact us.
Justin, I know that your father has a tremendous amount of experience, and you've obviously been established in the Atlanta market for a couple of years. With having so much experience across Georgia law, and now your new firm focuses on DUI defense and personal injury, did that particular market focus come through the branding process, or is that something you guys had decided this is the area you want to focus on? Let's figure out how to communicate to those clients.
It was the area those were the two areas that we wanted to focus on.
Okay.
Because those are really fun for both me and my dad. We both love researching the law, drafting documents, motions, whatever it may be. And it's just a lot of fun doing personal injury and criminal defense.
When he's talking about it being fun, he has this energy inside of him to really protect people and their rights. And when that comes across, if somebody has done something in those areas, they've been, cut off by somebody, and they've been in an injury from an automobile accident, or they've been stopped possibly in a wrongful fashion by the police, and they've gotten charged with a criminal issue. If there's something that's in it that he can get behind from a passionate standpoint, it's actually really exciting to hear about.
Earlier we were listening to our guests from Magnolia Golf Group, and they're talking about doing the tournaments and charity events from A to Z, and looking at the list here, some of the things that you've done, Zachary, for Justin's firm. I mean, from business cards, the logo, to stationery, signage in the. I mean, you guys pretty much run the gamut as well.
Yeah, we do. We're a full service firm. We handle everything from the branding aspects that we've talked about, consumer targeting, and then the strategies behind it. So that's campaign development and figuring out, okay, which avenues are going to be the wisest and the most efficient ways to to market your company from an efficiency standpoint. And then also we create the tools that you mentioned, be it corporate ID materials like business cards and stationery, and then signage. We do video, radio spots, events, magazine ads, the whole gamut. Anything that you need as far as communicating with your public is something that we do as an agency.
I understand you guys are doing some video blogs on the website. Tell us about that.
We are. One of the things we talked about technology with websites earlier. Video blogging is very popular right now, and one of the things that we do with Justin is we do a weekly video blog where he communicates with his potential clients and really his fan base of people that come back just to watch what he has to say. It's like having his own TV show every week. And he shares a lot of different things and gives insight to people about the law that they might not know, because he's the expert in it. There's things that I learned every time he comes in. Do you want to talk a little bit about the types of stuff that you...
Oh, sure, certainly. Well, obviously, the vlogs are focused on personal injury and DUI. And what I'm trying to do is educate the public, but also provide a level of comfort to them that they can contact us and they will have professional and competent counsel on their side.
So they're video blogs, but they're vlogs, as you say.
Exactly.
Okay.
We're not speaking German, ladies and gentlemen.
Exactly. Tell us a little bit more about your law firm. And I know this is something that Zachary probably had to pull out and help with the branding, but there's law firms on every corner, Justin. What makes you guys unique? What makes you a little bit different?
Well, there are a lot of great law firms out there. What we want to do is meet the client's need, make the client feel comfortable under the circumstances, because being arrested or being in an accident, you're frustrated, you're confused, you don't know where to turn. And so we're trying to provide the softest landing possible. And so we hopefully communicate that to people and to the public.
And that's what Zachary's, I guess, and that's part of your job, Zachary, is to pull that out and find that uniqueness and help share that.
Right. There's you really as a client of Williams & Williams, you get the best of both worlds. You have a young lawyer that is on fire and really willing to go the extra mile because he really enjoys it. And then you have the seasoned attorney that has all the years of, well, I've seen this in my lifetime, and I've had this case, and I remember when this law was written. And so you're getting that combined together. And that's really, really powerful when it comes to defending you or representing you in a personal injury case or any area of law for that matter. So really bringing the best of both worlds together through their partnership was what we focused on.
All right, so Justin, if there's somebody out there and they're going through some unfortunate circumstances, they've either been involved in an accident, maybe a DUI or so forth, we all know they need to go to the website first of all and check things out and get a lot of information there. So give us the website and give us any other contact information you want to share for somebody that may want to look into your services.
Okay, our website is williamsandwilliamslawfirm.com. A shorter version is www.attorneys.com. It'll take you to the same site.
If they do Williams and Williams, is it with the A&D?
A&D.
Yes.
Okay.
And then the phone number to contact us is 770-823-2711.
Great. And Zachary, for that company that's ready to go to the next level and they want to get in touch with Reformation Productions, give us all your contact information.
Okay. You can reach us, of course, on the web, which is reformationproductions.com. We're, of course, also on Facebook. You can find us there. We're very active with social media, Facebook, Twitter, that sort of thing. And then, of course, the phone number is 678-825-8086.
Great. Zachary, good to see you.
You too.
Zachary Bennett, the president and CEO of Reformation Productions, and Justin Williams, an attorney with the law firm of Williams & Williams. Justin, great to meet you as well.
Thank you.
All right. Our next guest here on Gwinnett Business Radio, from Pilgrim Mat Services, Carl.
Thanks, guys.
All right, a big thank you to not only Carl, but our other guests here in the studio as well, Rich Lockhart and Jeff Ely with Magnolia Golf Group, and Zachary Bennett with Reformation Productions, and Justin Williams with the law firm of Williams and Williams. A quick reminder that you can listen to this show and enjoy all of our Gwinnett Business Radio programs anytime, day or night, 24/7 by logging on to GwinnettBusinessRadio.businessradiox.com. Also, be sure to follow us on Twitter at Gwinnett Radio X and to like us on Facebook at Facebook.com/Gwinnett Radio X. If you want to see what these guys look like, go to our Facebook sites or our Twitter sites, and you can actually see and put a face with the voices. For Brandon Keever.
Hey, Mike, we had some great interviews, and that last question for Carl, that's exactly what I was thinking.
We are thinking alike.
That's it.
We
Great
got each
minds
other's
think
backs.
alike. Absolutely.
I'm Mike Salmon. We'll see you next time right here on Gwinnett Business Radio.